There's a new little visitor. I don't know where little buddy is. He was here earlier, laying under the table over there. They both were. But now he's here. I don't know where little buddy is. He's looking for his dinner. I got a problem. I got some coleus planted. Get this camera set up. In some of these pots here. And it's not growing very well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. Because it's been in here long enough to have tripled its size. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to mix in some potting mix with my soil and my compost. And see if that will work. It'll give it better drainage. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the drainage, really. But it's just not working too well. So, it doesn't like the dirt that I've got it in, put it that way. Let me see if I can get this thing situated a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing, maybe. I'm just mixing some dirt in this bucket, taking it out of here. I'm not going to take quite all of it out, but most of it. Just leave some in the very bottom because I got like a cloth in there. And I'm just going to mix a little bit of this potting soil in it. It might give it a little bit better drainage. And it might wake it up a little bit. Because I had done this with this big pot and I had put it in there and it started growing like crazy. And then when I decided to put those shade-loving plants in there from the bulbs, which haven't come up yet, and put them in these other pots, they just didn't grow very well. And you know, this may not work. I mean, it may not help at all, but at least I'm going to try it. Oops. Because sometimes that garden soil is too rich that you get, you know, especially for your garden. And it packs too hard sometimes. So it just doesn't do as good. So we'll try this and see what happens. It may be staying too wet, I don't know. But I want to give my coleus the best chance in the world, you know, to grow and be nice, be pretty, because my coleus has always been pretty before. And it should have been twice, 3 times the size it is right now. As long as it's been planted. So I'm just gonna, like I said, repot it. Take the old dirt out, mix some potting soil in with it, and replant them. I mean, it's like it stunted their growth for some reason. I don't know what the deal is here. So I want to give my plants every little bit of chance, you know, to grow and look good. I mean, it may be staying too wet. I don't know. But we'll see. Because we have had a lot of rain. And even though they're on this porch, this patio, you know, the little patio covered porch, the wind has been blowing and it's been putting a lot of rain into these little pots. So don't give up on your plants because they don't do too good. Just, you know, try to mix something else in the dirt and replant them and see if that'll help. See which other one. This one maybe. Yeah, see that one stayed so wet it's dead. So I'm going to put something else in that, I think. Sometimes they stay too wet. So we don't want that to happen. Oops. And I've kept water in the bottom because it absorbs the water from the bottom. This little tray, it soaks up the little cord at the bottom. But then with it raining so much and the wind blowing the rain over on the plants, I guess it was just too much. So we're going to mix it up and see if it'll work better. I'm surprised my caladiums or whatever those things are have not come up in here yet. I don't understand why they haven't. They're supposed to be shade-loving plants. My other ones have come up that are out in the yard that get sun part of the day, but these haven't come up at all. So I may have to plant something else in there. Because that might be staying too wet too now since we got all this rain. Quit messing with my pots. And I think this dirt is damp enough that I'm not going to water them right away. Just going to put them in there like that because the dirt's already damp. Give them a day or so and then I might water them then. I'm getting my pots dirty. And I really want to mix this one in too. Because it's starting to grow, but it's not growing very good. Like I said, they should have really taken off by now. They're just too wet. We've got too much rain. There are a bunch of sirens going off. Cops are after somebody. Or either there's a wreck or something. Who knows? Could be a wreck or fire. Yeah, because all this rain we've had, if they're not where they could drain real well and you know, get rid of that water, it's been drowning some of my plants. And I never really thought about it, but these being too wet because they were up on the porch. But I guess with the blowing rain, they were getting as much water as the ones out in the yard, really. This one's got a good root system on it. Yeah, so if your pot is holding too much water, take some of that dirt out and mix it with some kind of medium or potting mix that doesn't hold quite as much water, and then replant it, repot it, and see if that don't work better. You'll probably find that it does. Yeah, that's got some good roots on it. You can see them. And I'm trying not to disturb those roots. They need a soft, you know, well broken up dirt for those roots to grow real good. And I think that other dirt that I had in there originally was packing too hard. It was not allowing those roots to really penetrate the dirt. And that will affect your plants, believe it or not. So there. This one, it seems to like it in there. It likes the moisture, I guess. So I'm going to leave that one. But I did fix these other ones like you saw. And I'll do that with any of them that I see that might be getting too much water. I came out here and swept this off earlier. Now I got dirt all over it. Potting mix all over it. And I think that's what's happening with my see, I just replanted that one in there. So we'll see what happens now. See if they do better. Because if they get too much water and it stays in there too long, they're just going to drown. I haven't given this a name yet. I haven't given this one a name yet. He hasn't been fixed, so I don't want no females hanging around here because I don't want baby kittens. Somebody must have just put this one out, I don't know, because he just appeared. He was up on the porch with little buddy one night looking for something to eat. And I did chase him off at first, and I put little buddy's food out, and the next thing I knew, he was up here chasing little buddy off from his food bowl, and he was eating it. So I have to be careful and make sure little buddy gets his food, because if he don't, I mean, if this cat's around, he'll take it away from him. He'll fight him over it. Yeah, because he's hungry. Because he's hungry, and he does look kind of like little buddy. He's got white on him, and he's orange. Yeah, he's white, and he's got orange on him. But I don't know where little buddy is now. We'll have to get the broom and sweep that off. But I've got another bag of this Miracle-Gro in the greenhouse that I haven't opened yet. So I think what I'm going to do is take the 5-tier planter that I've got on the other side of the house. I'll get over here so the sun's not in my face. I'm going to take the 5-tier planter that I've been starting my seeds in, because it seems like it's staying too wet. And I'm going to start adding just a little bit more of this potting mix in with it to keep it a little bit drier. Because we've had so much rain, and then I may go from one extreme to the other. I may do this, and then it's going to not rain anymore, and then everything is going to get so hot and dry, I'll be fighting to keep it wet again. But right now, they're trying to die on me, so this is what I'm doing. There's little buddy. Little buddy showed up. He thinks it's meal times. Let's see if we can show him to you. Here he goes. There's little buddy. Are you ready for your din-din? Huh? Are you ready for your din-din? And I'm going to get 2 bowls of food this time. Not 1, 2. So they can both eat. And if I put 2 bowls out here and watch them, maybe they won't fight. Yeah, let me go get your food. You got stickies on you. Little fuzzy stickies. You've been in the woods. You've been in the bushes. Yeah, let me take this one in. Yeah, I got 2 bowls of food. I had a spider fall on me. Oh, here. Here, little buddy. You have to keep them separated because they fight over it. They're afraid, you know, one tries to take it all if there's just one bowl. And they got the exact same thing. I mean, I just hate to see him starving. I hate to see any animal starve. I mean, he's not my cat, but it looks like he's going to hang around here because I'm probably the only one that's going to feed him. See, but little Buddy's a little darker color. And he does have white on him, but he doesn't have as much white on him as this other one. Y'all come up with a good name for this other one. He's got that spider crawling in his bowl that fell on my side of my face, and I brushed him off, or my hair, and he fell in the bowl. I thought he climbed out, but he hasn't. He's probably out of there now, though. But there goes my babies. Looks like I got them whether I want them or not. I mean, I love little Buddy. He's a sweetheart. Get over here so they can see you. And I have to stay here, or, you know, and watch them, because they'll fight. This little one, he's got a healthy appetite. And little Buddy doesn't seem to mind. They'll lay around together. But when it comes to food time, they're going to fight. They'll fight over that food. If you don't do like I just did and put two separate bowls down separately to keep them apart. Ain't that right, little Buddy? I mean, I hope they get along, because I'd hate to have to load this one up and take it off and take him to the Humane Society or something. I mean, Goldie was hanging around, but she didn't fight little Buddy for his food, because I guess she's pretty well fed. This one's a growing boy. He's hungry all the time. He reminds me of a teenage boy. There's no bottom to his stomach. I mean, he'll clean his bowl out, and then he'll come after little Buddy's, because little Buddy won't eat it as fast. And he'll come after little Buddy's when he empties his bowl, if I'm not there to stop him. Wanted to come out here and get this done before it got too much later, because wait too late in the evening, even though it's cooler, the mosquitoes start coming out, and they will eat you alive after all this rain we've had. Little Buddy, you need to come over here and finish eating your food. No, you're not getting it. You still got food in your bowl. And little Buddy doesn't eat quite as much as this one does. I guess because he's just so darn hungry. Little Buddy gets fed pretty regular with, you know, with me anyway. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, mosquitoes. Whew. They will eat you alive out here. It starts getting cool, and then if you're not up moving around like mowing, Oh my gosh. See, he hasn't completely emptied his bowl, but he's over here to get what little buddy left. And if I leave these bowls out here, he'll probably empty both of them and just clean them out. They'll be clean when I come back out here to get them. But I'm not letting this one in the house. I mean, I've let little buddy in the house before in bad weather, you know, that type of thing. But I'm not letting this one come in. He's strictly going to be an outside cat. I'll feed him, or he can go somewhere else. It doesn't matter. I just don't want a whole pack of cats around here. Get your belly full and then you can go sleep. He just jerked like he was scared I was going to hit him. Now I have two cats chasing me around the garden and knocking my tripod over. This one's already done it one time in the last video that I did. No, it was not the last one, the time before that. Knocked it over when I was under the canopy. Yeah, so if your plants, if you're getting a lot of rain over several days, several weeks like we've been getting, and it looks like they've stunted their growth and they're not going to do anything, just transplant them like I did. Take them out of their pot, mix in potting mix in the soil, mix it up, and then repot them in it. And that should do the trick. Don't water them right away, especially if the dirt is really wet. Just wait a day or so and then water them. Like maybe tomorrow I'll water a little. I won't overwater them, or maybe the next day. And we'll see if the coleus won't do a lot better. Because it started growing when I put it in this big pot back here. It was all stirred up and it was real loose and not too wet. But then all of a sudden we got all that rain several nights and it stunted them. They just didn't want to do anything. And I think those bulbs that I put in there need sun to come up. I don't know, but maybe they'll come up anyway. I'll wait and see. I just don't know. I may plant something else in there. I may put a pepper plant in there. Who knows what I'll do. I've seen some pepper plants, the little cayenne peppers and the chili peppers, the little bitty peppers. They look like little Christmas tree with red lights on them when they grow and start putting out peppers. I've had them before. Cutest thing I've ever seen. Look like a little Christmas tree with red bulbs on it. My legs are getting covered with mosquitoes. One thing I don't like about these light plastic bowls, when they start eating their food, they lick the side of the bowl kind of and nudge it, and the bowl starts sliding. Sometimes it'll get pushed off of the porch. So I need to get heavier bowls, you know, a ceramic bowl. Because I broke the one little buddy had. I dropped it in the sink and it cracked in half. Boy, you were hungry. He says, I'm a growing boy. He's a growing boy. Little buddy went over there under the swing. He stretched out on the concrete, gone to sleep. I'll show you. I'll flip the camera and let you see. See, he's under the swing taking him a nap now after he got his belly full. That's where they both been most of the day because it's been cooler under there than it has been anywhere else. They've either been laying on the table in the swing or under it because it's been shady there all day. Yeah, he's still eating. But you know, before I gave him a little bit of food, there's no telling how long it'd been since he'd eaten anything. Ooh. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you today. If you got plants that are struggling and you've had several weeks of storms and heavy rains, you might have to transplant some plants to get them out of the wet dirt to keep them from drowning. Because I think that's what was happening to those coleus. They had too much water. They were drowning. They were fighting for dear life, y'all. Plants are like that too. You know, they're like a living person. You give me too much water, I'm going to drown. You don't give me enough and I'm going to die of dehydration. Plants are like that. See there, he went over here and tried to clean out little buddy's dish, and now he's back over his because there's more in that one. Well, you didn't even see what I was showing you. But what I said, he would come over here and he tried to clean out little buddy's dish. There's only a smidgen in there, and he had more left in his, so he's back over there eating that one. Yeah, I can't handle any more cats. I mean, this is it. I'm not feeding any more than these two right here. Any more come around, they're going to have to find them another home, I'm afraid. And I don't mean that to be mean. I mean, I just can't handle a whole pack of cats around here. And I'd leave their dishes up here so they could have food all the time, but the other animals would come eat it. The ants would get in it because the ants, oh my God, the ants are treacherous around here. If it's not the big red ants, it's the little black ones. I put ant poison out here to get the big black red ones away, the one that bite and hurt so bad. And the next time I looked, that was the little black ones on there. Now watch this. Watch this. So he realizes little buddy's over there. He's going to go lay down with him. No, he's laying down right there. Right here in front of me. He said, it's cool here, it's shady. I'll hang out here a little bit. He's got his belly full, so he'll probably go to sleep. But y'all come up with a name. What can we name this one? You know, we named little buddy's girlfriend Goldie because she was all gold color. She had no white on her. But I don't know about this one. Little Buddy Jr.? I don't know. But with that, y'all just remember, if you got plants that are struggling, and if you had a lot of rain like I've had, you might want to try to transplant them, dry out their soil just a little bit like I just did, and replant them in it and hope for the best. I think that's the problem, and I think they'll be happy now, and I think they'll start growing. So thank you for hanging out with me this evening. I enjoy bringing you my videos. I got to get this thing out of the window. It don't work. I haven't used it in years, and I just haven't gotten it down. I will sooner or later. But yeah, if your plants are too wet in their pot after you're getting all this rain like we've got, just repot them. Mix some dry potting mix or something. Just mix some dry soil in with your soil that's already in the pot that's really wet, and then just repot them. And I think that'll work. So y'all have a blessed day. See y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Bye.